What is going on, everybody? Hopefully, you're all having a fantastic Sunday afternoon. It's August 22nd, 2:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's time for the weekly watch list session. Every Sunday, we go live, we prepare for the upcoming week. There was a lot of good opportunities last week, but you had to be very, very patient and picky about what you traded last week. So we'll give it a couple moments and let people join in on the stream. And of course, after the stream is done, this will be on demand for people to watch later. I still want to focus and try on shortening this up every Sunday. I mean, 2 hours streaming every Sunday. It is fun, but I just know people ain't going to want to sit through 2 hours of a stream. They want to get in, get the quick update, and be done. So one thing I want to kind of talk about real quick before we get into this, and I thought that this was a great question that somebody asked, and I asked the community here. So every day and every Friday, we stream in the Discord. We'll do the pre-market prep, and we'll do Friday live trading. Now, this is a thing that's just completely unavoidable. So when you're streaming real time, the picture quality is not going to be the greatest. That's why I kind of stopped streaming on YouTube during the market hours because I would stream real time and the picture quality would just be garbage and it'd be fuzzy and all kinds of people would complain about it. And the only way I found out to get around that was to put a delay on the stream, whether it be 15 seconds, 30 seconds delay on the YouTube stream. That's the only way I could get around upgrading the picture quality. And we all know, while in the stock market and trading real time, you can't really have a 30-second delay because people are just going to get screwed over. They're going to chase after what I'm trading, and they're going to be 30 seconds behind on what I'm trading real time, and it's just not fair. That's why I've stopped trading on YouTube every Friday because of that delay. So with the Discord, we're streaming real time in here. The picture quality, it's not the greatest. I mean, it's still good, but at least it's still real time. And we're trading and talking real time. That's just a give and take. It's a kind of a double-sorted question, and I've had somebody ask me that question. They tuned into the Friday stream, and they were just asking if the picture quality could be 1080 and better. And it's like, bruh, that's out of my hand, dude. It's either one or the other. Do you want real time, me talking, or do you want that 30-second delay and sacrifice for better picture quality? You know, that's why when you guys get on YouTube and you guys see those guys trading and their picture quality is crystal clear, they have a delay. They don't tell you that, but there's a delay on their stream. You have to give it time to process the image for that HD quality. Even Warrior Trading, he tells everybody, hey guys, there's a 15-second delay on this stream, just to give you a heads up. Twitch does have better picture quality. It does. I do think there still is a delay on Twitch. There is. Because when I get on Twitch every day and when I play video games, I'll get on my phone because that's where you can check the chat. And I'll do an audio test. And still, even on Twitch, there's a 10-second delay. So when you guys are all on Twitch as well, and you're watching somebody play video games, there's always going to be that delay, no matter where you go. It's unavoidable. You can't have real time and high definition. I can't even talk. High definition picture quality with real time, because like I just mentioned, they have to process the image to make it HD while streaming real time. And even on TV, when they have those live events like the Stanley Cup, Super Bowl, they all have a delay on the feed. There's like a 10-second, 15-second delay. So I'd much rather have you guys have real time and have the picture quality be fuzzy while I'm in Discord versus having that delay to sacrifice picture. I know it sucks and it's not eye appealing, but we all know how fast things can pop up in the stock market. And if you're not there real time, and if you're on a 10, 15, 30-second delay feed, you're going to just be behind the whole day. You know, that's not fair. Discord, it's all real time. It doesn't have a delay. That's why I stream on here with the pre-market preps and the Friday trading. They give you the option. Watch. I can go screen. And when I pick my screen for you, right here, the stream quality, you can have it either be smoother video, better text, readability. I'll try that out. But you can't see the picture will be clear with a slow frame rate, 15 frames per second. Or you could do custom. And I try to do 1080 at 60 frames per second. And I can go live with that. It does look pretty good. But there are times where Discord it gets fuzzy at times. But it is real time. It is. There's no delay on the Discord streaming. Now I gotta figure out how to get out of here. So I just wanted to give you guys that heads up before we jumped into this, because somebody asked that question. Like I said, it's a give or take thing. And I'd much rather have you guys have real time versus that high definition picture and then have that delay of 30 seconds. It's just not fair. So that's something you could take into the future as well. If ever you guys are on YouTube and you're watching somebody say they're trading real time and live and their picture quality is high definition, they're bullshitting you. There's a delay on the feed. And that's how people can make money too. If they're trading low float stocks and there's a 30-second delay on their feed, all they have to do, and they have 10,000 people watching them, all they have to do is pick a low float stock, buy in on it. There's a 30-second delay, and then 30 seconds later, everybody on YouTube sees it. They're all buying, pushing that dude up in profit. Because it's all based off supply and demand and balance. That's how prices go up and down. Let me real quickly here get set up. I'll just use the daily chart here on this. How you guys doing this weekend? You guys have a good weekend? Get some studying in? We had RGC, this random pump and dump pop up at the end of the day Friday. This thing ran from $7 all the way up to 26. Hold on one second. I mean, with extended commentary while you get ready to take the trade should be enough, in my opinion. Besides, isn't the goal to learn to trade and not to copy trade? That's true, Sebastian, but you'd be surprised how many people just prefer to copy and follow your trades. People don't, they have that excuse. They don't have time to learn. Their life's too busy. They got the excuse of, I got a full-time job. I got kids. I only have half an hour of free time every day. I can only trade at from 10 to 10:30. All kinds of excuses. And as I always say, we see a lot of people come and go in this game. Real time is the best. I agree. I'd love to see your live streams on more days than Friday. They're incredibly helpful. Maybe in the future, David Friedman, as of right now, every Friday works for me. Because to be honest with you, I'm the type of trader, I really like to concentrate and pay attention to the environment, little details. And I feel like when I stream, I don't want to have dead air. And when I have those awkward silences for long periods of time, I'm concentrating. And I have all of these different charts up. I'm noticing the environment. And in the back of my head, I feel like I have to entertain you guys. So I have to keep talking and talking and talking and talking. And when I do that, even though it is helpful for a lot of you guys, I can overlook a lot of stuff. Like, you guys see it sometimes on Fridays. I'm talking and talking and talking, and we'll have like 3 or 4 stocks pop off, run and go, and I'll say it every time. I'll be like, I can't believe I just missed that. And it'll run, and through the week, yes, that's another thing, Sebastian, yup. And through the week, I like to concentrate. Get in the zone. You know? It's hard to trade real time and talk to a crowd while what's going on real time. It really is. So maybe in the future we'll get to that point where we'll stream every day. I mean, not to scare you guys off or anything, but I'll probably end up charging more to do that because that's just more work for me, you know? So right now, Fridays are good enough. And I don't want people to copy what I'm trading, you know? Chase after what I'm trading. This is a very, very competitive game, and you'd be surprised some of the messages that I get. People complaining that I don't stream enough for them to follow what I'm doing because they have to make money. Whenever you have money getting involved, people can get pretty nasty. Alright, so let's get going into this weekly watch list. I'm actually going to type out on the Discord. I like how they have this little tab right here. I wish, though, it would follow with us as the week progressed. I don't like how it just stays right here in between Monday and Tuesday. I think we're going into the last... Nope. Next week is the last month of our week of August. And to give you guys a heads up, next month, September, that's going to be the slowest month of the year. So September, look for it to be super, super dead. There ain't going to really be much going on. It's going to be really, really, really dead. You think August is dead? Wait till you guys see September. So we had RGC pop off on Friday. I'm going to keep this going on watch into next week, even though this is a pump and dump stock. This still could offer some good opportunity. If there's nothing going on Monday, every single day we showed up last week, pre-market, there was nothing really gapping up on the gap scanners. And everybody kept gravitating back to the plays that popped off recently. So with RGC popping up, people are going to look at this over the weekend and study it. And they're going to be like, wow, this thing ran from 6 to 26. This thing can run. So people start adding it to their watch list. So RGC, I'm going to put this on the weekly watch list. I like it. I traded this on Friday. Oh man, I can't even... I don't even think I posted it in here on Friday. My P&L. I posted it on Twitter. Right here. So last week, Friday, I made almost $2,700. I did trade RGC. I made, what was it? About almost $1,200 or $1,400 on RGC. I traded VRPX, made $1,500 on VRPX, and then the rest of the day, I was just taking quick scalps, trading NCTY, MRIN, FLGC, and ALF. Like I call them little wallet patters. Making 165, 100, losing 220, making $70. Nothing too crazy. It's Friday. Fridays, I like to attack Fridays the earliest, fastest as possible. And then as the day progresses on Friday, I like to try to scale back later it gets on Friday to protect myself. I forget what I did for the week. A few of you guys did really good. Couple of shout outs real quick. Irish Wolf took the conservative route, traded SPY and BTNX. Good week. Made $1,500 on 9 trades last week. One day at a time, working on my process. We out here every day. So great job, Irish Wolf. Solid week last week, making $1,500. That's what's up, man. Most people have to work 2 weeks to make that. And you did that. Amazing job, Irish. Amazing. And then Hawk Trades. We know him in Discord as Hawk Driver. Annualized salary right now is at $62,000. Amazing. Hawk, amazing. Look at his P&L here. Consistency. That's what we like to focus on. Making almost $400. Keeping his losses small. Losing $44. $225. Then making $530. $200. Making $160. $30. Big home run day right here. Making almost $1,700. $650. Killer week right there. Man, you were on a, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You were on a 9-day green streak, buddy. 126, 124, 235. Look at that. Thursday, keeping his losses small. Awesome job there, buddy. Then Friday, killing it. Making back what you lost on Thursday and pushing over into profit right there on Friday. Solid, man. Solid. Look at that. Every week. Week 1 making $830. Week 2 making $2,500. Week 3 $626. Dude, for the week, you're at like almost $4,000 in profit, dude. That's awesome, man. Great job, Hawk. Keep it up, dude. I think you really got it nailed down. Keeping your losses small, focusing on consistency. It doesn't matter how much you make, whether it be $30, $150. Dude, you're keeping your losses small. You're having those home run trades, you don't have to strive for them. They'll come to you. And you'll be like, man, that was a real good home run trade. Consider those like bonuses. Amazing job, Hawk. I wanted to show something else too. A few of you guys have been coming out on Twitter and showing your growth as a trader and your consistency, and that makes me really proud when you guys do that. It does. It just goes to show that what I'm teaching out here and the practices that I'm teaching you guys is working. And like I tell you guys, you just have to trust in the process. Trust in the process. Take your time. And things will come. Friday I traded GRNQ because it had news. I made $100 on it. I didn't trade VRPX. That's all right. You traded what you wanted to. So VRPX, this thing offered a lot of good opportunities on it. Back here on Tuesday, this thing ran from $4.50 all the way up to $21 in one day, guys. $4.50 runs to $21. Then the next day it gaps up to $40. So we got a pullback on VRPX, and it's like we preach. People forget about these stocks because other stocks like to pop up. And VRPX had a nice little snap bounce on it right here from 21 up to 28. And then a couple days later here from $15 had a nice bounce up to almost 19. And then Friday, right out of the open, gets a nice run from 15 up to 20. Nice $5 run right out of the open. I'm going to keep VRPX on my watch list for bounce opportunities. Nothing more. It's in a confirmed downtrend. Just play it as it bounces on its way down. We had FULC performing last week. Right here on Wednesday, it had a really good run. From 21.50, gets a ramp all the way up to almost $27. Look at that. Effortless ramp up almost $6 per share. These are the types of stocks that we pay attention to in the Discord. If you guys are not in here with us, you guys are missing out on a lot of good opportunities. We're on top of all of these stocks every single day. Every day I put my watch list out. So going forward, FULC, this thing's pushing up to new highs. And it's still pushing to new highs. So we can keep this on our watch list. I mean, the thing just keeps performing day in and day out. You just have to be a little cautious with it because the volume is light on it. And the spread can be pretty wicked on this thing. So be careful with your size. And like I said, this thing keeps pushing to new highs. More people are just going to jump in on the action. This thing's offered some really good opportunities. QFIN. We were watching this on Friday. Friday, right out of the gates, this had a good run from $18.50 all the way up to almost $20. This was consolidating all day Friday, setting up for a potential retest of that 20 and potentially pushing over 20, running to 21, and who knows how far it could go. Going into Monday, this could gap up. It could also gap down as well. I'll keep it on the back burner, but I'm not going to add it to my watch list because people are going to slowly forget about this stock and it's going to dry up in volume. We also had NCTY pop off on Friday. This was gapping up pre-market, All day this was setting up Friday. It was just consolidating from 14 to 1450, setting up to break up over that 50-day moving average on the daily. This thing, look at all that room there. It's got to run. This could have ran all the way up to $18 right here. Or $16, I'm sorry. 16.50. So as this was consolidating, we were looking for it to break over that 1450. And if you remember NCTY from the past, you know how much this stock loves to run and pop. So this is still currently holding up at that $14. We could still keep this on watch. I like NCTY going into next week. I'm going to add this to my weekly watch list. Because I know that this is a stock that traders remember and they'll come back to because they know how much NCTY loves to run. I mean, look at that daily right there. That's a big ramp. People are going to pull that up and be like, wow. We also had Macy's go on a good 2-day run. Thursday, this ran from just under 19, ran all the way up to over 22, just grinding up all day. Friday gets a morning push, crumbles and falls apart all the way down to 21. And then from 21 just grinds up all day back up to 22.50. This is more of a grinding type stock. You could see that clear as day. I'm not going to add this to my weekly watch list. It's been up now for 2 straight days. And every single day it's going to lose more and more volume. But this was a good play Thursday and Friday. We had DATS pop up last week. And you could scroll out and see this thing slowly but surely just started to pop up. And it really started to heat up here on Thursday. Thursday, this ran from 4 up just over 5. And then going into Friday, this was like accumulating all at that $5, working its way up to break over that 550. They let it go at the end of the day, and this thing had a nice run up to 650. This is a newer IPO. You can look at that daily. This just opened up August 13th. So a nice ramp here on the daily chart. Who knows how far this thing could go? I'm going to add it to the list. Let's talk about the SPY real quick. Every single day last week, besides Friday, the SPY made new lows. I would be cautious going into next week, guys. I think this was the market warning us of a further correction coming. I think things are going to get worse. And now that we're about to be going into the slowest month of the year, September, I would just be cautious, guys. I really would. Be super cautious going into Monday. We could see markets gapping down on Monday. And the last time I checked, I think Bitcoin was going on a nice rally. So usually anytime Bitcoin goes on a big run, the markets start to pull back. See, Bitcoin ran up to 50K. From 45, gets a nice run up to 49,000, 50,000. And look at it just top out up there. So Bitcoin had a good run, and watch for all your Bitcoin related stocks to have a nice gap up going into Monday. We had SPRT pop up and run from 9 to 1050. That daily chart looks like it's ramping. It's been ramping up. I would want this to prove a little bit more to me, though. I'm not going to add this to my weekly watch list. You know what was a good play last week? SPCE. Every single day, this stock had a range of $1, $1.50, and it just kept bouncing and bouncing off of 25 so many different times. You see my green line there at that 25? This thing just kept coming right down to that 25 and bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Failed there, but came right back in and out of 25, bouncing at 25, all the way up to 26 every single time. 26, 26, 26, 26, 26. So there was good range opportunity on SPCE all of last week. And every single stock that was gapping up pre-market on the gap scanners had a quick pop and they failed. Look at SNOA. Pop up, fail. Wasn't GNTX, it was like GTNX or something. I can't remember the name of it, but I wasn't really paying too much attention to it. GRWG, this recently had a big sell-off on it, and it's just been going sideways. I want to keep this on watch for a potential bounce, so I'm going to add this to the list. This breaks over 31 and 32. This could start to get a good bounce on it. We had ALF have a nice run on it back there on Tuesday. This thing squeezed from 670 all the way up over 10 to 1050. And then here from 920, it got a nice run up to 12. So ALF just had a fire truck roll by or something. So ALF, a few good spike opportunities on it last week. This could bounce again, back up to potentially 10. I do like how the daily chart is setting up on ALF. So I'm going to add ALF back to my list. Up over 10, 1050, this thing could really start rolling. And it's a medium float stock. The float on it's only 8 million. FLGC. This had a good ramp on Friday. Here from 9. This thing ran all the way up to $13. After getting hammered down for 4 days. I don't know if I really want to add this to my weekly watch list. It could get a pop back up to 15. I'm going to stay away from it. And then Friday, we put BTBT back on our list. Because this thing just got destroyed. After that big run right here, just got destroyed all the way down. And it was having a nice gap up on Friday. It proved to us on Thursday with this spike right here and then holding into Friday, that's showing strength. And you could see easily how badly this thing got beat down. So when it gets a perk up like that and then it's holding, you got to look forward to bounces. And BTBT offered a good bounce out of the open from $12.50, got a nice $1 run up to $13.50. Then it came all the way back down to that $12.50 and bounced again back up to $13.50. So 2 opportunities on BTBT buying off of that $12.50 for a nice $1 spike. Right there in the morning, up, and then right there again, back up. Just basic range. And there was a couple people in chat that took advantage of BTBT. So good job nailing BTBT on Friday. I'm going to take this back off my list though. This is a garbage stock. Alright, so I could delete that. All Monday, Tuesday watch. Now let's quickly run through these. I took Robinhood off of my watch list every day because Robinhood, it's starting to get a bit choppy. It really is. The volume's starting to dry up on it. It's starting to have false breakouts. It's failing and stalling to bounce. I mean, just look at this thing crumble and fall apart. So you could really start to notice weakness on a stock. It just kept failing. It just kept failing. So Robinhood's off my list. LFST. I mean, this thing had a big gap down from 22 all the way down here to 11. This is starting to perk up. It really needs to prove to me that it can run. If it breaks over 15.50, I mean, look at that huge void that we have to fill right there. So you can throw LFST on your weekly watch list for a potential gap fill to see if that happens. but this stock has some proven to do to me. So I will well, you know what? I'm actually going to put an alert. I'll put an alert at 15. And if that alert goes off, I'll pay attention to it. Until then, I'm not going to waste my time on it. It had a good day right here, running from 11.50 all the way up to almost $15. So that was a good run. But lately we've been seeing a lot of stocks have extreme gap downs and continue to fade off. BTBT's really not correlated with Bitcoin that much. You'll notice stocks that are correlated with Bitcoin because anytime Bitcoin has a big move, you'll just notice all of those other stocks will follow in sympathy. Like the big names, Mara, MARA, RIOT. See how all of these ran and held their gains? NVDA, NVIDIA. See how all of these ran and held their gains like Bitcoin did? Versus BTBT. This thing had a quick pop and then gave back all of its gains. So that's weakness. I wouldn't say Bitcoin is a little bit correlated with Bitcoin, but it's not the strongest. Like I just said, your main big dogs are Mara, Riot. I mean, those are the ones that I pay attention to. There's lots of Bitcoin related stocks out there. It's just all about following what you want to follow. You know, there's Bitcoin related names that other people follow, but I don't. And like I just said, my two are just Mara and Riot. I like to keep it simple. Just pay attention to these two stocks, get used to their personality. I'm not trying to overwhelm myself with following every single Bitcoin related stock and overwhelm myself trying to memorize their personalities, you know? It's like in real life, you have just a couple friends that you talk to, you have close conversations with. Same thing applies in the stock market. And just like what Drake says, no new friends, right? They also say never trust somebody that has too many friends. Alright, let's keep blowing through this list. We're already approaching an hour. PLTR on Wednesday had a good run from 23.75 all the way up to 26. Beautiful run on PLTR. FUBO got driven down. Look at that. I think we could see a good bounce on FUBO. Let's put that on the weekly watch list. This thing just got driven down from $34 all the way down to $25. So $10, this thing got driven down. You could see it on the 10-minute, and you could see it on the 1-minute. So we could see a nice ramp back on this, but back up to 23, 24. Who knows how far this could bounce. So it's a good candidate to keep eyes on. I like this sideways action right here. AMC has been offering day trading, swing trading opportunities day in and day out. Of course, I'm going to keep AMC on my weekly watch list. I mean, look at that on Friday. This thing went from 34 all the way down to 32, and then from 32 just runs up all the way to 34.50. AMC is just a beast. So AMC going into next week, this could bounce back up to 36. Maybe 37, 38, who knows? But look at how powerful this thing is. 33 up to 36. Just exploding. I'm going to pay attention to stocks like that. $34.50 up to 39. That's a $5 per share run, all within the first couple hours of the day. Let me continue to blow through these real quick to see if any of them are worth keeping eyes on. Of course, you can keep eyes on GameStop as long as you're watching AMC. And then somebody in chat noticed with AMC, every single time AMC goes on a run or something, the SPY starts to fall off. Or if the SPY starts ramping up, AMC will fall off. Yeah, now I can delete this list here on the weekly watch list. We're starting fresh. See, these were all the top percentage gainers. That's out of whack. Something's been going on with Street Smart Edge recently. Look at all of these top percentage gainers. Like, they're all out of whack. It's saying this was up 1,000%. It had a $44 change. Yeah, these are all out of whack. I don't know why. Did you guys notice that as well with your Street Smart Edge screeners? There's that GOVX I was talking about. See, this was the top percentage gainer pre-market, and this thing just got hammered all day. Even MRIN. This was the top percentage gainer pre-market, hammered down all day. MRIN, though, it is setting up. If it can get up over 550, it can run to 6. It is setting up. It is. Let's actually keep eyes on MRIN. Yeah, that's right. Michael Biddle. You just have to take it day by day with the indexes. You know, there's no point in trying to predict what could happen because nobody knows what will happen. I could sit here right now and plan out for the QQQ to gap up on Monday and put all my levels, and then I can also prepare for it to gap down. And then come Monday, let's say something bad happened overnight, and then the market's really gapped down super big and just blows through all of my levels. Stuff like that, man. Like, I just wasted my time plotting all of these levels on the gap up and the gap down, and it blew through all of my levels on the downside, and it's going lower and lower. We'll just have to wait and see pre-market where it's at and start from there. That's what I like to do. Wake up in the morning, give myself an hour, hour and a half before the market opens, see where everything's at, get an idea of levels, and go from there. No, they still got a while for that merger to close. There's like still another year left before the merger deal even goes through. But even if Street Smart Edge shuts down, I'll turn over to probably TC2000. I just can't do Thinkorswim's charts. They're ugly, man. They're ugly. Let me pull up FinViz real quick. FLGC, PXLW, this was a good grinder, up just about $1 all day. But that's my weekly watch list. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 stocks on my weekly watch list compared to what we normally have. Look at this weekly watch list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I added 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Last week we had 18 stocks on our weekly watch list. Now I only have 9. That's a big sign things have been slowing down. And we got a week and a half left in August. Then we're going into the slowest month of the year. So it might be time to just chill out, guys. For real. Get into defensive mode. These opportunities that have been popping up, you've either had to be really patient with the play and swing it, or attack really fast right out of that open. I may come back in here and add a few stocks to the list here and there. But it'll be important to see what gaps up on the scanners come Monday. Yeah, that's I got it PRD. I knew it was something like that, you know. I just I can't remember all of them, you know. Majority of the time I can remember off the top of my head these tickers that pop up. But GOVX, this thing had, look at how much volume it had on Friday. 103 million in volume on Friday. And this thing just got beat down like a redheaded stepchild. MRIN. This thing had 21 million in volume. And this thing got beat down. BTBT, 30 million in volume. VRPX only had 5 million in volume on the day. But it was, as we were saying too, people forget about these stocks that run like this. Because every single new day, there are new stocks that pop up and steal people's attention away. I gotta scroll back and see what other stocks popped up. SNOA, I remember this popped up, and I wasn't even interested in it. I wasn't. Every single day, you members in the chat, you guys can recall the stocks that were gapping up pre-market every day last week. I wasn't even interested in. I wasn't a fan. and majority of them failed. SNOA, there's another one. What was another one? I think there was something that started with a P or an M from last week. PMCB. Look at that. Yeah, because Monday we had VRPX go parabolic. And then on Tuesday, we had PMCB go supernova. But I warned everybody. I said, guys, these guys can do an offering. And they don't have no cash. In the pre-market prep, we looked it up. They had what, like 250 million worth of registrations that they could dump at any moment. And sure enough, the next day, look at that. Boom, they do an offering. And this thing went from $9 all the way down to $4. So a $5 per share gap down. This stock did 230 million in volume on that day right here. So what people were thinking was, wow, VRPX ran on Monday, and on Tuesday it got that parabolic gap up. PMCB ran the next day on Tuesday and was closing super strong. Everybody was looking back. Remember VRPX? That had a parabolic gap up the next day. And I was warning the chat. I said, guys, the more obvious they make it look, it's not going to happen. Sure enough, this thing, they do an offering the next day. I feel bad for people who got caught in on this. SKINCOHN. Volume is super, super light on these plays, especially COHN. That's super risky, man. I remember you commenting on a lot of the streams. You really like these low volume plays like this. You got to be very, very careful with these, because look at how much this thing skipped up. From $20, this thing skipped up to $24 on no volume. Here, from 23 to 25 on no volume. Look at how spotty that is. I don't like to pay attention to this type of stuff because, one, you can't load up. You got to be cautious with your size. And all it takes is for one seller to ruin it for everybody. And just as fast as this rips up or skips up, it could really fall down super hard. Like, look at that on this day. This thing went from 2150 all the way up to 29. Look how fast it crumbled. From 29 all the way down to 22. It's a pump and dump for sure. SKIN. Every day it's just losing more and more volume. That's the hard thing with it. There's a fine line, and I think we just talked about this not too long ago. When stocks pop up and are in play, you could play them for the first couple weeks, but you got to draw that line when things are getting too far extended and you're going into 3 weeks, 4 weeks of playing that stock. Every day, the longer it's around, the more volume's just going to dry up on it, which is going to make it harder for it to trade it. I mean, look at ACY. Remember, this was in play recently? Right here. And look at how much volume is just drying up on this. It's getting to the point where you just got to walk away from it. ENDP. Wow. Yeah, that thing got crushed. This thing's really been getting crushed. No comment. So going into next week, guys, continue being cautious, because you guys seen how hard it was last week, and you had to be very, very picky about what you traded. All last week, I kept preaching to everybody, get in, wait for that opportunity to pop up, capitalize on it if you can, be done and get out. Don't overstay and give back profits. It's not fun. And all last week, it was a battle with the SPY making new lows every single day. A lot of panic in the market gave a lot of opportunity with the UVXY. The UVXY last week went from 23 up to 29. And look at how wild this got on Thursday. Right here. A lot of up and down choppiness action. And then on Friday it decayed because the SPY closed out super strong on Friday. So who knows? And as we're losing more and more and more and more volatility. Let's look at the VIX real quick. Still, every single pop on the VIX, it's getting smaller, smaller, smaller. So you guys all remember how hot the stock market was last year. Look at the volatility index last year. Back in March of 2020, you guys remember how hot it was. Look at how high the VIX was. At 85. It's at 1850 right now. Look at how much it decayed. You got to take note of that stuff. That's how hot the market was. And the last time it was hot like that was way back here in 2009. So that should show you guys right there how insane that market was. And it only happens maybe every 10, 20 years if you're lucky. I think a lot of people don't even know about that. That was insane times. I was pulling in record profit every single day, it seemed like. You guys remember back when I was making 20,000, 30,000 in a day? Look at the VIX. There was insane opportunity in the market. And now it's back down. That opportunity isn't there anymore. So we need to scale back. And if you've missed that, then learn, study. Because when this does happen again, you as well could take advantage of the market volatility when things get extreme like this. That's where we make a lot of our money, guys, and we can retire when opportunities like that pop up in the VIX. From 2009 to 2020, that's 11 years right there. You're going to see a lot of people come and go in this game, guys. Don't forget that. Being a trader in the stock market, it's not easy. It's not. And if anybody's out here telling you it's easy, run. Run. Alright, so I'm going to put all this back together. And that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me, guys. I posted the weekly watch list for you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Rest, prepare, and I'll see you guys all Money Monday. We'll see what pops up on the scanners on Monday. I don't really have too much going on my weekly watch list going into next week, because there wasn't really many stocks that popped up and ran last week. Markets were garbage. So we'll just have to see what new pops up and offers opportunity for us. Remember, every single day is a new day in the market. You don't never know what to expect, and that's the beauty of this job. You could show up and it'd be super slow, and you'd have to take the initiative and say, hey, I'm going to sit on my hands today, because tomorrow something may pop up and it'd be an ATM all day. Sure enough, you have that patience and discipline, you sat on your hands, and then something like VRPX pops up the next day and just runs like that all day. Just like that RGC. How this thing just popped up out of nowhere. And you just had to take advantage of the opportunity just by being here ready. Right? Alright, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you guys in the chat on Monday. And if you guys want to join up the Discord, there should be a link in the video description. Feel free to join the Discord. Alright, guys. As I always say,